yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Born and dead, saved by love, count my blessings from above. Though in darkness, have no fear. Light will shine on those holding near. They know that sorrow they will pass. For I know in this life there will be something. But remember that love, yes it will. Love will reign. Yeah. Love will reign. Yeah. In my heart, I believe it. Love will reign. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Have a vision, it's clear and plain. People live and laugh, smiling again. Oh, see the children, they know no pain. Far from pressure, stress and strain. Oh, sorrow, they will pass. For I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But remember that love, yes it will. I know. Yeah. Love will reign. Gotta believe it. In my heart, I truly believe. Sun will shine again, and love, I can hardly wait. In the light of the sun, we'll all be together. There'll be peace, peace, sweet peace. There'll be peace, happiness and joy forever. Oh, yeah. One day, someday, hate will be over and love will reign. They won't last, for I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But in the end, love will reign. Yeah. Love will reign.
Love will reign. Good evening or good afternoon, good morning, depending upon where you are around the world. I am Marcus Holmes, and I'm excited for that song, Love Will Reign by Kier Coleman Ward. And if you're watching us here live from the Love and Stuff community page or the Marcus R. Holmes page or any of the groups on Facebook, Twitch TV, YouTube events, or Twitter, click share. Tag 5 of your closest connections, 5 of the more popular ones, subscribers, or friends to join us in another episode of Love and Stuff. And we will share throughout the evening some clips that date back to 2017. So there is replay content, but it is to boost our discussion around a specific topic. And that topic is around what do you do when there's somebody who's feeling you, but you're not feeling them? It comes from our inbox of someone who says, hey, I just don't want to hurt anybody, but I'm not into you. I'm not interested. How do you let somebody know that you're not interested? I know in times past, when I was younger, I more likely than not didn't want to hurt any feelings. So I just played dumb. But that is really a disservice from my standpoint, because I think people need to know where you stand and where they stand with you. Well, I want to hear from you. I hope you will click share as we go throughout the evening. And I hope that something that is said or done or shared here will prick your thoughts, challenge whether or not it makes sense to navigate the no in romance, your truth, or eventually will someone catch the hint? You know, some people aren't very good at catching hints. And so to just expect for people to catch the hint, you might find out that that doesn't work as well. Well, we're interested to know what you think. And I hope that you will drop in the comments and share that with us so that we can all have some discussion about it. That's what the Love and Stuff community is all about. It is increasing the amount of love in the world. And sometimes we do it one conversation at a time, right? But what do you think? Should you be sharing information with someone who's really into you, but you're not that into them? Listen closely and click share now.
But in my inbox was a conversation about, and I want to raise on Love and Stuff, how come people who know that someone is interested in them, hello Martez Turner, thank you for joining, someone is interested in them, how come they are not honest to let that person know that they don't reciprocate that interest? Why wouldn't you just, Camille Williams has joined. Thank you so much for joining. It's been a few weeks since you've been with us on Love and Stuff. And this week's topic is, why don't we share rejection early on? What's the motive behind not telling someone that LaRue Hill joined? Thank you, sir. Not telling someone that they are Valencia Adner's joined. Not telling them that you have an interest in them, but allowing them to just come to that themselves. Why not be forthright, up front, and honest? So can you share with me times where you may not have been honest and what your reason was, or maybe sometimes someone wasn't honest with you, and what did you find out? I'd like to be able to give advice to some of these 7 women and some of these 17 men. Thank you, Darcia Sanders. They don't want to hurt their feelings, but don't they end up getting their feelings hurt when you don't tell them? Or are you just expecting that they'll go away? Tanisha Eason is joined. What don't you think it? Do you think? Does it do more damage in the long run not to tell a person how you feel when you don't reciprocate their feelings? That it's clear to them and clear to you that they like you, but you don't like them. So does this just prolong some future hurt? Why do people do that in relationships? Why aren't you forthright? Are you possibly holding out in case this is a contingency person? Why wouldn't you just share that information with the person? Just be real and tell the person, I am not interested. What say you? I need you to talk to me, because the only way the Love and Stuff works is if you talk. I'm merely the facilitator, and I'm looking for your feedback that I might share. this one individual, her feelings are just extremely hurt, even though I think the signs were there that the gentleman didn't feel the same way that she felt, but he didn't tell her. As a matter of fact, he inboxed someone else to tell them instead of telling her, which I think is a double no. But why don't we communicate our sincere, authentic position about relationships? That's really today's topic. It's a little broader than just the do you like me, check the box yes or no. Why don't we share with those persons? Latrice Anderson joined. A lady says no one has shown them how to be honest and maintain the friendship. Latrice said, I don't know. So Latrice, have you done that? I'm here. Carmen says, I'm so glad you are. Latoya Henry has joined. Thank you for joining Love and Stuff, all the way from Phoenix, Arizona, here in the beautiful Marriott Resort for Work Human 2017, which is absolutely wonderful. I took out the time to do the Love and Stuff, and I wanted to find out from you. If you're not interested in somebody, what reasons would you have not to let him know or not to let her know that you're not interested? Why would you allow that? Is there any reason why you would allow that to linger on when you know completely you're not interested, but that person is? And it's not scrolling automatically for me, so I'm sorry. Elena says, fear being judged. Valencia said, we don't live in a culture of transparency. You're so right. Eric said, right, be flat out and tell them their breasts stank. But yeah, that needs to be communicated that you're not interested. Okay, Eric, yes, tell them their breasts stank. Okay. Ashan Phoenix Quoterian joined. Thanks so much. Good evening. And we're talking about why would you not be honest or transparent or open and honest with someone who you do not like, who you know likes you. Latrice Anderson said, never. I'm always real good or bad. Lynn said, that's mean. I don't care sometimes. Well, I don't know that you have to be mean, because I think it should be some form of flattery or some appreciation. What's up, Andre Green? Oh, so Rashida, you might be using it for your good. But you don't have to be mean, I was saying to Latrice, but I think you should be forthright. You should be honest. If a guy likes you and you don't like him, I think it's worse if you lead him on, or just don't lead him on and don't say anything. But let's just say rejection can be more devastating. That head's buried in the sand until they can move on for some people, or maybe egos like the attention. I think egos like the attention. I think Rashida's joining you on that, and I think you're both right. I'm trying to think of reasons why you would just allow someone. It's almost allowing them kind of to chase you, or maybe not make a fool of you, but it doesn't make sense. Everyone has an agenda, Camus says. When it does happen, they are trying to get something from them. Okay. Darcy said maybe they were trying to let off subtle hints. Could it be possible that others are refusing to acknowledge the hints and hope to sway? I agree, Darcy. I believe that. I just wonder why, instead of hints, why don't you just say it? I'm just wondering. In the past, it made me feel great, and I didn't want to be alone, and nothing else was happening. I just kept it platonic. Artest said that if the people are friends, then there is a sense of trying to protect the friendship. We have to learn how to share honesty and remain respectful of people's feelings. I agree with that. Patrice says they say I'm mean, but being mean is not my intention. I just don't want to hurt anyone or lead them on, which I think is appropriate, but there's just a good way to do that. Andre said, what's the topic again? Dang, I learn songs, slow songs too. Okay, Legacy Janitorial join. Thank you, sir. Darcia says, because everyone doesn't handle rejection well. Understood, but doesn't, so I guess I'm trying to follow that premise, and I do to some degree, but I'm wondering then, when you don't get rejected right away, you're going to get rejected at some point in the future, right? So you get rejected in the future. Does that make it worse when you're like, all this time you weren't interested and you just didn't say it? Because that's kind of how this situation felt, but I'm just wondering in general, from what has been described so far, that's what it appears. Teresa Marshall joins, Letice Douglas joins. Thank you both for coming back again this week for the Love and Stuff on the Road edition. I am in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, for a work conference, Work Human 2017, and having a wonderful time. But my week would not be complete without loving stuff. Because nowadays people get shot in the head for rejecting someone. You're right, Eric, especially if their breath stank. Rashida said they don't think they are leading you on. It's tough, LaShawn says, to break someone's heart, though. Patrice says, yes, it makes it worse the longer you wait. Andrea said, bro, what are we talking about? Can you reset the table? Sorry, I'm late. Well, we have had an appetizer, Andre. The conversation is about why people do not, are unclear when they don't like somebody. Okay, Darcia? Okay? What my brother doing to me? What is he really saying? Andre, when you aren't interested in someone, but you know they're interested in you, why wouldn't you just tell them? It's today's conversation. I had a situation where a young lady was Lisa Whitmore Davis joined, thank you so much, where a young lady's feelings were very hurt because she felt like he should have just been up front with her and said he wasn't interested. She felt like she was kind of chasing him and he was kind of making a fool of her. But I think you have to be a participant in being made a fool of in that regard. But she felt, he wasn't honest about his feelings, and he could have been. And so, hi Lisa. And so, Andre, we're talking about why don't men or women, if you know you're not interested in the individual, instead of throwing subtle hints, as Darcia was saying earlier, why don't you just tell them, hey, I don't like you, your breath stinks, as Eric said. Amara Johnson has joined. Martez Turner says, to lead someone is awful and dangerous. We have to be afraid of one's early rejection and more thoughtful of their pain. We have to be less afraid of one's early rejection, more thoughtful of their pain and the latter rejection. I concur with that. I really do. I think in the long term, they're going to be hurt more. Teresa said, don't take it personally. It's his character flaw, not yours. Lisa laughs. So, can you offer some tips to either sex about is this Lee Jackson, the Reverend Lee Jackson? Hey Lee Jackson, thank you for joining. We're on Loving Stuff on location from Phoenix, Arizona, and we're talking about rejection. Valencia, sometimes even with your honesty, they can't accept it. You're right, sometimes they won't accept it. So Valencia, what are some tips? I had trouble saying Valencia. What are some tips that we might give to males or females about the hints or subtle signs that they should see when someone doesn't really want to be bothered? Or can we talk about the language of understanding? What should the person who is attracted, who has expressed his or her attraction? Andre says sex get in the way. Now, I don't know, Andre, how sex got in here so quick. I'm not sure. But you're going to explain that to me. What are some of the signs that we should tell them? You should know that a person's not interested in not reciprocating when they do or when they don't. Dated someone when I was a teen who I had to tell him it just felt not in a love way. He felt more like a cousin. Told him we both had since married, but I can tell he still has feelings, even though I was very clear. Yet, and still I stayed. Okay, Letice, we might have to roll down on him. You married. Hold on now. Andra says sex gets in the way. I'm still not sure how that relates. Thank you, Marilyn Nelson Hamilton, for joining again this week. Latrice said time limitations. I'm not sure. Evelyn Graham joined. Latrice, I need you to give me a little bit more on the time limitation. Eric Sanders said, I got a 45. Yes, we may have to roll down with the 45. LaShawn said, if you've been lying, keep lying, then you start acting crazy, so they'll dump you. Lee Jackson said, just be honest. So, Lee Jackson, can you share some tips for the person who likes Lee Jackson? Of course, Lee Jackson's married, so we're not trying to fight that. But Lee Jackson, the person that likes you and you don't like them, what are the signs that you might give to them as subtle hints? Rashida T. Marie says, but you have some people that gets rejected and know they are in the friend zone and stay there for years but still have hopes of being with you. Do you think you open the door just kind of slightly? Do you do some things that would be inappropriate for a friendship that they could misinterpret? Is it a Netflix and kind of chill but not, sometimes you have those friends that you can just kind of boo up with but not boo interactions. You know what I'm saying? So is there something in that relationship that gives them a glimmer of hope?
Pulling from the vault from the Love and Stuff community, this was one show that got a lot of talk, and I wanted to bring it back because we're talking about easing on into dating again, right? For those that are in the market, right? Things are lightening up as it relates to COVID-19 and the pandemic. Some are saying it's over. Some are feeling comfortable coming offline and going into dating and just feeling like they might be a little rusty. And so we're rehashing some of these conversations. So I hope that you will click share. Thank you for those of you that are watching on YouTube. I love it. Thank you for those on Facebook, on Twitch TV, and Twitter. I hope you will click share and tag someone. So the question is, what do you do? What do you do when those relationships happen where you're not into the person, but they are into you? How do you convey after meeting somebody? Maybe you go out once with them, or maybe you've had several conversations and you just don't feel the chemistry, or you don't feel a future. There's some red flags in this world today where people are so many people are hypersensitive. How do you have and navigate the conversations when it involves some type of rejection? That's what we're talking about today. And so I'd love to hear from you in the comments to just see what your thinking is, where your thinking is as we go into the second part of this 4 parts. I think it is important to make sure that what you are saying, which I'm very big as a life coach on setting intentions and working toward those intentions, which simply means what you're saying has to align with what you are doing. So you got to ask yourself, if someone is not getting your hint, it could be that your hint is not lining up with your behaviors, that you are saying one thing and doing another. There might be some incongruency about your actions with someone that you say that you don't want to advance the relationship, friendship, acquaintanceship, associateship beyond the place where it is. It's Love and Stuff, and I hope that you will click share across platforms. Thank you for those of you that are joining. Click share, tag 5 of your closest Facebook friends or YouTube connections or subscribers or followers on Twitch TV, 5 of the more popular ones that are on Twitter with you to join in the discussion, navigating the no in romance, speaking your truth. When should you speak up to let someone else know that you're really not that interested? Part 2.
Martell's Turner says it's always safe to open the conversation with, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. Don't let them buy you gifts. Good one, Darcia. And Martell's, that's a good one as well. And you might even add to that, I'm not looking for a relationship with you. Because even if the right person came right now, it's not you. I think you say that in a nice way, but you let them know I'm not interested. Annette Glover has joined. LaShanta Dupreachin, we definitely give them hope. I think on both sides. I think if a man thinks this could be a friend with benefits, he might not commit all the way, but he'll keep it open and call her every now and then at midnight to see how she responds. I don't think it should be late night calls or how you doing baby calls. Right now can be misleading and not clear. I agree. Cheryl Wacker-Cornell, I agree. I think you need to say, I'm not looking for a relationship with you. If I'm not interested in you, it doesn't matter if it's right now or later. Don't use terms of affection or affection. These are signs, don't have time for you. So Latrice, you're saying, don't say baby, don't say boo, don't say honey. Give me a like if that's what you meant, okay? What are some of the other signs? The crowd is starting to come out from hearing Susan Cain, and we're going to have a reception for us. So I might have to put some of these Love and Stuff tips into play. Come on here, Love and Stuff. Talk to me. I might have to say, I'm not interested in a relationship right now. Folks will have sex with each other and really never know who they're dealing with. If that sex is good, you might just put up with the fact that you don't really even like who they are. Cats doing that out here. Yeah, you done made a new show. You done took it to another level, but you're right. I hadn't gotten us to the sex part yet, but you're right. Though if you're having sex with somebody who, that's not really a hint, You really are having sex with them, and they will think that you like them, even if you just like them for the sex. But you're right, that's a film at one. That's another show. But she said you can talk to them about other guys that you're interested in. Do you think that makes them jealous, or they think that you're making them jealous? They could misinterpret that, maybe. Because you might talk to them about one other guy who is your man in the woman's part, and vice versa for the man. Valencia Anderson says, because we live in a day and time when people will kill for rejection, we need to be careful with flirting, letting things they do or say pass to be nice. Something we just have to keep teasing out of it. I agree with you. Lee says one of the tips is you can't control the person, but you must control conversation if I'm not interested in a relationship with you. I think you do have to clarify with you. Won't even know their real name. Latrice, are you on with Andre? You mean y'all doing the hoochie coochie and you want to know the real name? I'm trying to find what you're telling me. LaShawn said you shouldn't check in all the time with cats in the friend zone. That constant communication can be misleading. That's good, LaShawn. That's very good. Eric's laughing at Andre Green, and I am crying laughing at him too. He done went all the way to sex. They screwing and everything. I'm like, no, dog, this is another show. Okay, Latrice, you're with Andre. You having sex, y'all don't even know each other's real name. His name is Pookie, and y'all done did it 3 times. But in that case, I think you and Pookie should both think that y'all like each other. I just don't think you should have sex with somebody that you don't like. I think that sex is, Martez said is the highest expression, he believes, that God has made in this earth of his love. I don't, fully concur with that, but I think it's a pretty high expression. And I don't think you should do that expression with somebody who's named Pookie, because his mama probably didn't name him Pookie. You probably need to know Pookie's name, his license number. You might need to know a little bit more, but I don't discount that people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and some in their late 20s are having sex with people whose names they do not know. There is casual sex. It's not on the low. It has risen, if anything else. No pun intended. The amount of sex has increased. Let me say it that way. Angie B has joined. So don't respond to their calls and texts when they are too frequent. Okay, that's another good tip. That's a good tip. Come on, keep those good tips coming. What are the subtle hints? Because we done went all the way the gambit now, but what are the subtle... I should have put on airport plane mode. What are the subtle hints, or the hints that people are giving you that you should recognize? You should identify that what they're really telling you is, I'm not interested in you. I think it lets them know that you're interested in someone else and they have no chance. Well, a lot of men take that as a challenge. So they're going to try to outdo whatever that man is doing. So it could work, Rashida. I don't say that it won't. But it could backfire on you because he could now think he's in competition to get you for these other people. Instead of being direct and saying, I'm not interested in you. When y'all start saying it, start going Dutch at dinner. Don't let them pick you up for church. Okay, Eric. All right. I'm still trying. Andre, is this the real Andre? Because you're saying when y'all start going Dutch at dinner. Dutch? Did I miss a comment? Where is Andre? Where you at? I'm in Phoenix, Arizona at Work Human. Where you at? I'm not following your comments at all. You can help me follow them. I'm putting my left hand to you, the hand of power, to Andre Green, to bring him back into this discussion in Jesus' name. But what are you talking about, Dutch? Where you at? Valencia Anderson says, but there's a gray area at a certain point in life. You can enjoy someone's company, but not want a long-term relationship. No sex, though. And I know that, there are people that are involved in this webisode who are looking for sex and companionship. It's not a Christian, but we got pastors and reverends on here, so... okay, well, sure, you're going to have to explain Dutch to me. I missed something. I'm slow tonight. I'm in another time zone, so that could be it. But she said, but we never got to sex. If you have sex with them, you're definitely leading them on. Yeah. Yes, I think there are other ways you might lead them on, too, if you're not interested. I want some of what Andre got. Eric and I want none of it. So put my portion in the trash. My portion is in the trash. She'll say, I think it's saying that it changes the concept of dating if y'all splitting the bill. I was just trying to see, how did we get on a date when we're not interested in each other? Y'all way too fast for me. I'm gonna catch up. I'm just trying to facilitate. I just need to stay abreast. Martez said we go from love and stuff back to sex and stuff. This session should prevent a relationship from going that far. Early honesty in a relationship, like you as a friend. I don't know if the session will prevent a relationship from not going that far. I think the two people have to take the information we share and make a conscious decision. I don't believe God would have us make a subconscious decision necessarily. He wants us to be fully engaged with the decisions we make. I don't believe it's sex and stuff, Martez Turner, but we've had that discussion already. One of the signs that he's not that into her is when they start going Dutch. Thank you, Andre. Thank you for putting in context. He pays for his and she pays for hers. But I'm talking about somebody that's not interested in you. Well, this could be. I'm going to go with that. I was kind of looking, though, for hints that he's not interested in you. But you're saying y'all was going out, now you're paying your own way. That's a good sign if you're on the dating. And thank you, Reverend Cheryl, for understanding him, because I wasn't.
Do you have a birthday, anniversary, or special event? If so, the team at Blush Design Group is here to help you make it magical and make your guest stand or sit in awe. Blush Design Group takes the preparations off your shoulders, but never out of your hands. Here at Blush Design Group, let us make your dreams come to life.
At Blush Design Group, let you bring your dreams to life. And that's Kimberly Hall Wagner and her partner. They will do you well. Blush Design Group. You can follow them across social media platforms, and you hear about more opportunities to follow them. This is Love and Stuff. And as you see, we have some replay content included, but this is the topic. At what point do you tell someone that you're not interested in them? From the inbox, a young lady's heart was broken about a gentleman that she had been engaging with, who told her that he wasn't that into her. And I think it's incumbent upon us as adults, when we are in interactions and engagements, entanglements, whatever you want to call them, that we are clear on our intention with the other person, so that the other person doesn't just get hints that we think that they should get, but they get some clear, convincing evidence, if you will, that you are not looking to have a certain type of relationship. It's important to communicate and to understand whether or not the intention you're setting is aligning with the actions that you're taking. And so we go into the next part of this. I wanted to make sure we got Blush Designs in there and a few others. We go in the next part of this, but just before we do, I'd love for you to drop in the comments whether or not you've ever been in a situation where you weren't feeling somebody or didn't want things to progress any farther or further, and you neglected, you did not tell them, you gave them hints, you dropped hints. Hello, Karen Poole. Thank you for joining. Click share and tag someone. Have you ever been dating someone and you weren't feeling them, or met someone that you weren't feeling? You went to the grocery store and you got the number and then you decided, nope, I'm not feeling him. Did you throw subtle hints, or were you direct in saying, this isn't for me, I'm not really feeling the chemistry? Or how did you let that person know, I'm not that into you, right? So from throwback inbox, a young lady's heart was broken because the gentleman told her, I'm not that into you. But he kind of waited a little bit, through hints, subtle hints, he thought, and she didn't pick up any of those hints. What do you say? Do you think that it makes sense to let somebody know, hey, it's not progressing? Hey, we could be friends. Or, hey, it was nice meeting you. Is there a general fear about rejection and how people respond in this day and age to rejection? I want to hear about you as we go into the next segment of this throwback, what you think about sharing with someone your truth, speaking your truth and navigating a no in romance. Watch for more.
I just say I'm married, and he say, do you need a friend? Oh, what your husband say, Jolita, when he say that? Teresa Smith joined. I've been praying for you. Love you much. Her mother in love went home to be with the Lord. I'm going to pray for her. Andre Green said we're on a date even though we're not interested in each other because our lives are empty. Andre, you are on something tonight because you done took the whole context and flipped it. This is about it. Well, let's roll with that. You're on a date. Even though in the situation that I originally described, they weren't on a date. She likes him. Let him know that she likes him, but he's not vocalizing that he doesn't like her. He actually vocalized that he doesn't like her to somebody else's inbox. And I just wonder why he wouldn't vocalize it to her. I've had some pretty elaborate stories told me. Just say you want the booty instead of being mad that I'm not going there with you after talking for 3 days. Rebecca, you and Andre are going to have the same show, and I'm going to be there. Tamika Edwards joined us. Can't have Andre there. I know, Cheryl, I was trying. He's my brother. I love him. Because he still want to hit. Andre, put down the cup and back away. Just back away from the cup. Put it down. It ain't nothing but orange juice in it. The devil is a liar. Put the cup down. I want you to back away. Back away, brother. Back away. Back away. Just back away. I need you to take some deep breaths because we talked in one of our workshops today about mindfulness and meditation and centering yourself. You think on that. Mr. Hernandez, thank you for joining us. They just want to get in my pants is what he's saying. Okay. He's probably right. That's a bit cowardice. Doesn't sound like he's brave enough for a relationship anyway if he's having a third-party confession. Cheryl, those were almost my words exactly. I knew I gave good words. Martez, want to hit what? You want to hit the stuff. Reverend Cheryl, I said the same thing. I think that if a man or a woman tells other people that they have a disinterest in you, but don't tell you, that is immature. And you don't want to be bothered with that person anyway. Darcia, is it pretty mean to tell someone I don't like you? I don't think it's pretty mean, but I don't think you say it that way. I think you say, I'm not interested in getting to know you on a more intimate level. I think you're a nice person, or I haven't taken enough time to really get to know you. I'm not attracted to you. You seem like a nice person, but not my type. When they stop calling is a good sign. Okay, she may have dodged a bullet. I hope she did, and I hope it was a real bullet that she dodged. I'm just afraid she's not ready to accept it because he hasn't said it to her. And sometimes we do that. Some people say mean things behind our back that they would never say to our face, and then we don't accept it when we hear it from a third party. I'm like you, Angie B. Just tell the truth. I'd rather you tell me that up front. Then I can lick my wounds if that's required, and I can move on. Or, if I'm fool enough, I don't have to accept it. I could just say I'm not going to accept it, and I'm going to keep trying after you and, maybe making a fool of myself or trying to convince you, but at least I know where you stand. I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I don't know where you stand and I'm only relying on what someone else has told me. I would rather, if you meet somebody and say, hey, you're a nice person, but I'm not interested in you. I'm not attracted to you on that level. We could be, Facebook friends, which we are. I won't do any, inappropriate inbox messages. I'd appreciate the same from you. And let's move forward. I'm seeing some laughs, and I'm not sure if I'm missing, if mine is frozen, because I'm not seeing any comments. That happened to me one time before. Okay. Give me some likes if you're still here, and give me some comments. Likes, please. Oh, Lord. Okay, I see somebody's laughing, but I don't see what you're laughing about. I see some likes. Okay, likes. Okay, now somebody comment. Thank you for the likes. Somebody say something. So I know that it's still rolling. So Darcy raised a good thing. Isn't it mean? Okay, thank you, LaShawn. Thank you, honey. Darcy said, what about those that give very clear responses when they aren't interested, but the other party refuses to understand? Then down the line, feel like the victim because you could not persuade him or her. Devil's advocate. I appreciate that, Darcy, and I thank you. You always add some breath to our discussion. That's why I look for you every week. But I think you can protect help the person save face earlier on. You don't have to feel like the victim if you are sure that you're not interested. You don't have to feel like the bad guy if you're sure you're not interested. You just make sure your actions line up with what your behaviors line up with what you say your value proposition is. Because sometimes we leave that little bit of space and we leave people in the gray area. That was talked about earlier. Martin said, was the guy using a friend of theirs to tell her and hope to protect her? No, I think he was trying to embarrass her, really. She doesn't see that, but I do. Marcus Johnson joined. I was dating another woman before Tracy clarified, but I had to tell her the truth after Tracy took the title. It was the decent thing to do. It was hard, but it was right. What was hard? Let me leave you alone. No, it was the right thing to do. But Andre, with your handsome self, I know it's a woman that be in your box. But you would tell them right away, even if you weren't married. Right? Are there any brothers here who would not, for some reason, tell a sister that you don't like her, directly tell her because you want to spare her feelings? Give me some likes. Okay? Any sisters that would not tell a brother because you want to spare his feelings? You wouldn't directly tell him. Give me some likes. Hey, Andre gave me a like. He gave me 2. He gave me 3. Somebody else gave me some, and I can't see that little face. You gotta work on how you find out who all is there. Angie gave me a like. Okay. Somebody else gave me likes too. Do you think that does more damage in the long run? Do you think that does more damage in the long run if you don't tell somebody, hey, I'm not interested in you? Or is there some other motive? You want to keep that door open just in case you need a midnight call? Why would you, what would be the reason for doing that? Oh, I'm missing a whole bunch of comments. It's not scrolling. Making her cry was hard, right? Tabitha Goodner joined. Thank you for joining. I think it might depend on who the person is. Tabitha said, hello, Marcus. Hello, Tabitha. Mary Stillman said, all right, Tracy Green. Okay, come on, Tracy Green. Hello, Tabitha, with your beautiful self. Has anyone, would you, yes, the penalties compound with time. LaShawn said, or just in case you didn't want to lose the friendship as a whole. Julita said, you know I've never been rejected, always been the one to give rejection. However, just tell me and I'll be real with you. I'm just going to ask Tabitha the question. So, a guy likes you. He inboxes you, you all have conversation. You decide, you see him, you don't like him. Do you tell him in subtle hints or do you tell him directly? Do you tell him directly, Tabitha? Or do you say, you throw him a hint, you know, you respond with God bless you. Be blessed. That might be a hint a sister might throw a brother. You know, he like, how your fine self doing? And you're like, God bless you, brother. Be blessed. In Jesus' name. Kodia Bashata. Come on here. Or a brother might give one-word answers. Are you busy? No. What you doing? Nothing. You want some company? No. I'm just saying, Cheryl. Tabitha, did you say something? it's best to be nice yet direct. Do not lead him on. So does that mean you would tell him nicely, I'm not interested in you? Or would you throw hints? Andre said no such thing in friendship after the sexual relationship. That whole I don't want to lose my friend crap has never been credible. So Andre, even though it's another topic, you're saying after you have sex you can't be just friends? Is that what you're saying?
I can tell you that comment from Andre Green brought a lot of discussion. We are pulling some of the content on this topic since people are wanting to get back into dating. And Andre said there is no friendship after sex. You cannot go back to friendship. So I'm very interested to hear what people think about that. But we're talking about from the inbox as a throwback. What do you do when someone that you meet, you're not really interested in them in a romantic or intimate way? Do you decide to tell them directly? Do you throw subtle hints? How do you navigate the no in romance and speak your truth? That's what we're talking about today. And just before I go to the next segment of this throwback, I want to hear from you. I'm hoping, thank you, Karen Poole says, honesty should always be in order. It's always in order. And I concur with her 1000%. I want to hear from you as to what should be done situation. And we'll be right back with Christina, the money coach.
Welcome to Powerful Money Tools, LLC. At Powerful Money Tools, we are here to prepare for your future. We want to talk about financial freedom. Financial freedom is budgeting, credit building, and also financial education. So once again, welcome to Powerful Money Tools, LLC. We can't wait to help you in your financial future.
That's Christina, the money coach. She cannot wait to help you in your financial future. She has helped tons of women in the Love and Stuff community get their financial footing and get their financial house in order. If that is something that you want to address and you think it's keeping you from being great, you need the money coach. Christina is an amazing person and business person, and she is a partner to the Love and Stuff community, and we thank her for that partnership. So I hope that you will take up the opportunity to get your financial house in order. And once you do that and you have extra a little something extra in the kitty to spend, you should consider Detroit Couture.
Hi, my name is June Rochelle, and I own Detroit Couture. We are a fashion-forward women's boutique, and we offer friendly sizes from small all the way up to 3X women's sizes, very generously fit, very great quality. I actually have on one of our pieces today. It's called the Cuffed Up. It's in gray, burgundy, and black and olive, and it actually has a lot of stretch and give. So listen, in this time, we try to make sure that first of all, it's quality and customer service that we offer our clients. And I'm so glad to have this opportunity to share with you. So go and visit us at DetroitCouture.com.
DetroitCouture.com. Its owner, June Rochelle Eaton, is an amazing entrepreneur, and she will have you stepping out to the tune of your authentic self. There are pieces for everyone. Go to DetroitCouture.com and support our partners there. Thank you so much, June, for being our partners. We definitely want to go into this last segment that is a part of our throwback discussion about what do you do? How do you navigate the no in romance when you're not interested? How do you speak your truth in a way that doesn't rob the other person of their dignity, of their ego? How do you ensure that you do it with grace and style? From our inbox, a young lady learned that a guy was not into her through his inbox to someone else, and that person forwarded the inbox communication to her. She was devastated because she really liked the guy and thought that he thought enough of her to really share his true feelings. Maybe he was concerned about hurting hers and thought he would just give her more than a subtle hint, maybe hints that she had been ignoring. How do you navigate the no in romance and speak your truth. Here's some more from that throwback moment.
I just say I'm married, and he say, do you need a friend? Oh, what your husband say, Jolita, when he say that? Teresa Smith joined. I've been praying for you. Love you much. Her mother in love went home to be with the Lord. I'm going to pray for her. Andre Green said we're on a date even though we're not interested in each other because our lives are empty. Andre, you are on something tonight because you done took the whole context and flipped it. This is about it. Well, let's roll with that. You're on a date, even though Jolita says directly. Tabitha says yes. Carol living, loving my single, our lead join. Go on now. All right, you're in the right places, loving stuff. To me, those were great hints that he's not interested. Yes. Yes. Darcia, and some of the hints I think she got, but she ignored them as, oh, he's just in the mood. Yeah, he's in the mood not to date you. Pretty much. He don't want to date you. And be good with that and tell him, go be great. Go be great in your life. And you move on to the next brother who will want to date you. Of course, none of Andre's other friends besides me, because they're all going to have sex and you can't be friends anymore. What just happened on Love and Stuff? What just happened? Andre, you mean to tell me your premise is that you could have good sex with somebody and then they can never be friends? I don't know. Can two mature adults move past a sexual relationship that wasn't meant to happen and become friends? That's my question. Even though it ain't on topic, but it's a pretty decent question. Pretty decent question. What is Andre drinking? Now, sure, I wasn't going to say it that way. I was just telling him to back away from the cup. I don't know what he got over there. But I want him to back away from the cup, man. Back away from the cup. Just back away. Eric Sanders, I don't agree with you or Andre. Both of you from the pit of hell. Angie, thank you. Andre is not right. Because you can, as mature adults, the sex it was great. You didn't mean for it to happen. Or you meant for it to happen, but you know it wasn't right. That doesn't mean, okay, this person is in the black book abolished. The reason I don't agree with it, because I don't agree with it. I don't agree with that. Film at 2 a.m. Walter Davis joined us. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Loving stuff on location. But sex ties. Yeah, but you break those sex ties. Come on, break sex ties. Come on, Holy Ghost deliverance. Andre, you abolish. You put it in the abolished section of the black book before you burn it. Soul ties. You disconnect soul ties. Come on, soul ties. LaShawn said, but I mean, we are just friends, no sex. He likes me, I don't want him that way, and I don't want to lose the friendship. So some folks just keep chilling and not hurting their feelings. Everybody ain't smashing dog. That's so true, LaShawn. And in that instance, I just think, don't you owe it to the person who, though, wants more to tell them the truth they're never going to have more? Walter says, hey. Andre says, so. Eric says, never. Never nothing. Never a nothing, Eric Sanders. You can break it. Come on. Lift your hands in North Carolina or South Carolina if you're over the border. Come on, border. Lift your hands and say, never is not ever. Now you can break those ties. Jesus can break it. Artest says it's somewhat misleading to be blunt because most guys and some women will think it's part of the chase. Yet honesty is still the best policy. No, Martez, I think if you're honest and authentic in your honesty, I think if you tell someone I'm not interested in you and your behaviors align with that, I think there's a chance that they will get that. Now, they could be a little bit cray-cray, as what Darcy alluded to, and it's hard to get past that. Mako Brown has joined. Thank you. Hello, brother. I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. Congratulations on your baby, but you got to bring the baby to church so I can see her. Martez says, sex on the beach. Are you at Andre's house now? I'm going to have to quarantine you all. And be firm in your decline. Come on, Cheryl. Firm in your decline. Come on. Come on, Cheryl. Come on. Come on now. Andre said right, and I'm not sure what that is too. You and Martez are both on Sex on the Beach. What? There's no beach here in the desert. I'm going to banish you onto the desert. Thanks, Mako. I look forward to seeing you. Sex is a spiritual deposit. Come on, Reverend. And sometimes you got to go bankrupt. Come on, because you got to take everything out of the deposit. Come on, Reverend. Eric Sanders. Cut the soul ties. You can be friends. You can be. Some people aren't successful at doing it. It takes a certain level of a lot of factors, including maturity. I can't with this group today. I can't with this group today. This is not going. Yeah. Yes, Andre. Yes. Go, girl. Yes. I don't even know how to deal with you today. This is reckless. Marion Satterwhite Gates is joined. Gerald Simmons is joined. What a wonderful group that have joined us on location here in Phoenix, Arizona at Work Human 2017. And we just had to do our love and stuff. I'm inside the J Marriott Resort. I know, Darcy, this crew is crazy. Pray for me. Alvin Wilkerson is joined. And they are letting out of the afternoon session with Susan Kane. And I'm not outside for the reception yet, but it's gorgeous out there. I would have loved to do it out there, but they were still setting up. So I'm inside, and I'm having a great time, learning a lot about mindfulness and a lot of great stuff. Eric said they are boosting the ratings. Thank you, sir. It's called the JW Marriott Resort in Phoenix, Arizona. It's a beautiful facility. Martez said making a major deposit in Jesus' name. So the three of you basically are trying to boost the ratings for Sex in the City. This is love and stuff. It's love and stuff. Jeez Louise. What are some more hints that we can share? Sandy Hudson joined. Thank you so much for joining in. Some hints that we can share with this young lady and other young ladies who are saying, I'm not sure if he really likes me. He's not returning all of my calls. Or what are some of the things that they should pay attention to, or a man should pay attention to, that a woman is doing or not doing, that could be an indicator that they're really not that into you, and they just, for whatever reasons, haven't told you. So Marion, I'm kind of reiterating the topic a little bit. What tips could we provide for men and women when they have disclosed their affection for someone, but that person hasn't reciprocated? So they're not sure whether or not the person really likes you. Audrey says when he only texts you, okay? All right, Marion, okay? Sean said ask him directly. So you should ask him, do you like me? Check the box, yes or no. Something like that. You should be forthright and say, hey, I've disclosed how I feel about you. How do you feel about me? And if you say, you're all right, do you take that to mean, not really? What do you take that to mean?
What you wear says something about you, about who you are, what you believe, and what you stand for. So here in the Love and Stuff community, we wear the brand that we live, and we live the brand that we wear because we love the brand. It's all about increasing the amount of love in the world and upping our love game. And if that's what you're about, you should wear it too.
We encourage you to support the brand, love the brand, live the brand you wear the brand you live. And we will have a moment, just in a moment, for you to be able to enjoy the brand. So, navigating the knowing romance. I've heard a lot over these last couple of days as I prepare to share some of the throwback content of people meeting individuals and not knowing whether or not those individuals are stable enough to receive rejection. And I think that you can speak your truth in love. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be disrespectful. But what you should do is navigate the no in a way that sends a clear message to the other person that you don't have the connection or seek the connection that maybe they do. It might not be like, get away from me, right? It might simply say, you're an incredible person. So far, everything I've learned about you is really great. But I'm looking for something a little different. I wouldn't mind keeping in touch if you're okay with that, but not to go to another level. That person may ask some questions, and you might even offer them some good feedback about how you all are not matched. And if you do it in love, you say, this is more about my decision not to pursue you or pursue a relationship with you. It has nothing to do with who you are. It's who I am. And what I seek is something different than what I think we've connected to be. See, I think there are ways to navigate the no so that you aren't 6 weeks out or 6 months out or 6 years out engaging with someone who you know full well you really don't want to go with to the next level. Now, there will be a number of people who will say, well, while the good is going, I'm going to get the good, meaning that I'm going to take the level that the other person is giving to me, whatever that level is. And I want to caution you about coming to that conclusion, because you might find yourself settling for something that's far less than what you deserve. If your desire is a strong, intimate bond with someone with whom you share mutual companionship desires, mutual compatibilities, or mutual interests, rather, or you have mutual attraction, you almost are giving up the space in your life when you allow it to be occupied with someone who, for whatever reasons, is not what you see at the next level. Speak your truth with love. Speak your truth in love so that the other person who might be fawning for you, as from our inbox she was with the gentleman, really gets a subtle shock of reality that what they are hoping for or envisioning is not your reality. I believe at the end of the day, when that person comes to the awakening, he or she will understand rather and respect, hopefully, rather than steep their feet in the ground and say, oh, I'm going to stick with you. If that happens, there might be some other things at play, right? But for the most part, you should not hold people's emotions and feelings hostage when you know on the other side you have a huge, gigantic no. I've enjoyed sharing this replay content as we're in the summer months, and you'll see some other summer shows where we will share some of that content. We're excited coming into Father's Day and coming into Juneteenth celebrations, and you will hear from For the Love of Justice team. There are some really important and critical things that are developing on the political landscape that you and I should be aware of, and we should be fully engaged in. Our engagement is just not around voting time. It's around staying connected to the issues that matter to you and I. So Valerie Colbert-Osenwady, Brenda Braceful, Byron Stanfield, and the group, I will be invited back to talk to you about For the Love of Justice and some of the things that are happening in Florida and in other states that you should know about that will impact many other states depending on how far these pieces of legislation echo throughout our ecosystem. You and I have to stand up for the love of justice to ensure that there is an equitable landscape for everybody. And that landscape, my friends, is under attack. So we're excited to bring back For the Love of Justice. We are going to be bringing back our couples to talk more to us, those that are trying to get back out in the dating, to share some of that dating, both married and engaged and in relationship couples, to come and to answer some of the questions that you have offered in the inbox about dating, about relationships, about marriage. And this will lead us through some events that we want you to be involved in during the summer. And we hope that you will stick around to hear more of that. So click follow and share. And I wanted to bring to your attention, as you may have noticed, I love the gratefulness journey every day. And I wanted to bring to your attention that we are re-engaging people on the gratefulness journey every day. There is the book that I've authored, which shares part of my personal journey through loss and grief, and how the gratefulness journey every day has transformed my life. And I recommend it to everyone. In the next 60 days or so, all of the proceeds from the sale of this book will go to help Autumn Nicole Davis, who you may know as my niece and is like a daughter to me, who has been accepted to the Thurgood Marshall School of Law in Texas. And she will be heading there. And we want to help her with all expenses that she might need to cover. So all of the proceeds that would come to me as an author are going to go to Autumn. And so I hope that you will support us by scanning that QR code and purchasing a copy of the book. You can even send it as a gift to others. It's really a very simple practice, but if you put it into play, it's a very powerful one. So I hope that you will scan and get your copy of the Gratefulness Journey every day and join me each morning as I talk more about the Gratefulness Journey and how you can incorporate it into your everyday life. It's a really simple practice, but it's really powerful. And if you think about it, a lot of the practices that are really powerful are relatively simple. It's about you deciding how you will use what is brought to you in this earth school, how you will use it to navigate moment to moment, day to day. The awe-inspiring feeling and expression of thankfulness and gratefulness in the moment is what we say about gratefulness. So I hope that you will certainly get a copy of the book. That's right, Karen says it will be a great Father's Day gift and graduation gift. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you so much. It will be. You should get your scan it now, get your copy now, and send those gifts to people. You can do the ebook and you can do the hard copy. Both of them have a link in there. Of course, the ebook is a hyperlink, and you can click on that link and you get a free gratefulness journey journal to go along with your book. So if you're a person that likes to journal, this is perfectly situated for you to begin your own journey of how your life is impacted with gratefulness. And so I really hope that you will get a copy of the book. And thank you so much for that. I wanted to, for the singles, remind you that you can get the affirming statements that help you through your singleness to be whole. We want you to be whole, healthy, and wealthy and wise. And part of that wholeness is not going through singleness as if it is a curse, but going through singleness as if it is a journey to your wholeness. That whenever you are going to be connected to someone else, that you'll be a whole one, that two wholes will make one, right? That two will become one. Not two halves, but two wholes will become one. And these affirmations are affirmations that you can say daily. You can click on, scan that QR code, put your email address in. It'll automatically send you the affirmations that you can say daily to build yourself up on your road to being whole. And so it's very important to us that you do that. And just before we go, it's 9:33. I want to make sure that you hear a little bit more about that gratefulness journey every day. I love to share this video from MJ from Shaz of Sunset because her husband is using gratefulness as a practice to work on his temperament, on his anger management. So if you're dealing with anger, or you have someone in your family that's dealing with anger, and you feel that your anger is out of control, it's unbridled, the practice of gratefulness is one of the things that can help you transform your temperament. And so I want you to just hear from her really quickly before we go. This is MJ from Shaz of Sunset.
Marcus, I want to congratulate you on Love and Stuff. I really want you to know that staying grateful and understanding the power of what it is to be operating out of a space of abundance and gratitude is the most important part of every journey of every day. So Marcus June, congratulations on this book. It's on Amazon now. That makes me so proud of you and your family and me and my family, and every single person around us gets it. So good on you for bringing it into the hands and the laps and the Kindles of all the people. Okay, so we're going to check it out. Can't wait to learn more.
Thank you, MJ. We are so appreciative of your support. And again, we want all of you to get the gratefulness journey every day. What are you doing in the next 30 days to transform your life? Just before we get out of here at 9:35, I wanted to bring up, of course, you can go and shop. Get the Love and Stuff gear. This is pictured here in many colors. Our love is front and center. And as you're going into the summer months and you're putting on your t-shirt, if you are really intentional about your love, then you're going to show it front and center. I've been talking a lot as a life coach about people living in the center of their authentic selves, the place where your power, your purpose, and your passion meet. And if you are in the center of yourself, I tell people, then you are the most attractive that you will ever be. When you are doing what you love, when you are doing what you're called to do, what you're doing, what you're commissioned to do, you draw most powerfully people that are attracted to it. So if you want to be in love, you want more love to be manifested in your life, let your love be front and center. Let what your constitution says that you love, that unwritten rules that you have, is it your family, is it your work, is it your um, um, co-workers, whatever it is that you love, whomever it is that you love, let it show front and center. You can get your shirt scanning there. Also, as you're going into the summer, you're trying to get your fitness together, we got a 6-pack unisex ultra cotton tee that says, I got a 6-pack, I just haven't opened it yet. And so if you're working on that body to get it chiseled, join the Inside Love and Stuff group so we can help you get there. But here is a t-shirt as well. And of course, I wanted to share with you that if you want to engage me as a life coach or employee coach, you're trying to get to the next level in your life, you're trying to get that next position or job, let me help you with my 25 years plus of human resources experience to help you get to the next level. I'm Marcus Holmes, and I believe that you and I can still let people have their dignity intact, even when we want to say no to them. We can speak the truth to people that we're not interested in going to the next level in relationship with them without robbing their ego, making them feel devalued. We can simply speak the truth in love. Keep the conversation going by dropping in the comments, clicking share, and tagging others to join us in the conversation. I'm Marcus Holmes. I'm so excited that you joined us tonight. Join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. with Darren Williams, Eastern Standard Time, for Love and the Scriptures, very special edition. You do not want to miss that tomorrow. And we are grateful for you being here tonight. Have a great night and see you in the morning for the Gratefulness Journey every day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Born and died, saved by love, count my blessing from above.